Hello, Villa Park. It's Mayor Robbie Pitts, and I wanted to share some things that are going on in our community that I feel are important for you to be aware of and take action on your part if necessary. First and foremost, I would like to thank our sheriff and his team who recently held a town hall outlining the many steps that we as homeowners can take to enhance our safety in the community and to aid them in the event something happens in our neighborhood. There were several takeaways from the meeting, and if you haven't taken the time to review the broadcast, please go to YouTube and review the meeting content delivered by representatives from the OC Sheriff's Department. My personal main takeaways from this meeting were the following. If you haven't already done so, join our wonderful Neighborhood Watch program here in Villa Park. We have a growing organization. There are over 200 members now, and we're still growing. The second thing is, if you see something, say something. If something is out of sorts and doesn't belong, you don't think it fits in our neighborhoods or on your property, call the sheriff, and you have two options for that. First and foremost, if it's an emergency and you want immediate response, call the sheriff on 911. The second way is you can call the non-emergency hotline at 714-288-6470 if it's non-urgent, and they will send a deputy to investigate the issue. Many of the break-ins that are occurring today in California and in Orange County are typically done through the second floor of our homes, because typically we arm the bottom floor, and the criminals know this, so they're going in on the balconies through an unalarmed sliding door. Alarm the second floor entries, and if you can, install a camera on those entrances as well. Lastly, cameras mounted outside of your property and inside can only aid in the theft prevention and will also aid law enforcement when searching for the people who vandalized your property. Ring cameras, for instance, give you the ability to see someone and speak to them through the camera, adding additional safety so that you don't have to answer the door and help move people along. My wife and I have a Ring camera, and we use it quite often to speak to people who are coming on our property that may not belong there. In some cases, there are delivery drivers dropping things off, so we are aware of packages being there so we can pick them up as soon as possible. We are very fortunate as a community to have low crime, and it's largely due to our sheriff and their proactive approach to law enforcement in our community, reinforced by that great Neighborhood Watch program. Now I would like to shift gears and remind people about our new recycle requirements regarding food waste. I hope everyone is taking the opportunity to shift the way you recycle your food waste in the past and are now putting your waste in the dark brown container for pickup. I would like to thank Republic Services for helping us to put on a recycle town hall lately. And if you hadn't had the opportunity to review those things discussed, you can do so by pulling up the YouTube video as it was recorded as well. You will also find updates in the feeder that was sent out as well from the city. Next, I want to update you on the housing element plan submitted to the state last year. The state has reviewed our plan and sent back a list of questions which we must respond to. The consulting team we engaged to help with approval are submitting our responses in March, and we hope our plan will be approved shortly thereafter. Fingers crossed. My next update has to do with the Orange County Sanitation District. I am one of the board members, and we recently sent out notices to all residents that are part of the district service, of which Villa Park is a part of, notifying you of a proposed rate increase over the next 5 years. The rate increase will amount to 3.5% through 2028. This increase represents approximately $11 annually to each residential ratepayer. We just issued the first reading and will conduct hearings in the near future. The increase is necessary to continue to provide levels of service that the OC San committed to. And as you can imagine, there is declining infrastructure which requires repair and replacement. And if you think about Villa Park, most of the stuff has been in the ground since before 1962. Next, I know all of you are still reeling from the recent gas bills we received. Last night at the City Council meeting, we had a representative from SoCal Gas come and provide insight and offer programs to help with the cost increases. These are programs that can help those on fixed incomes if needed, and others that may have help as well. I would suggest you review the content from our council meeting last night, and in addition, the gas company is also seeking a rate increase. I hope that everyone will review the latest submitted by the gas company, and if you feel okay, approve it. If not, oppose it. Next, I will encourage homeowners in Villa Park to work closely with our city planning department and follow all the guidelines established by the city when building, adding on, remodeling, or simply adding things that require a permit. Too often we find residents hire contractors who don't always follow our guidelines, and the homeowner ends up paying additional costs to fix or repair items that were found to be deficient. We are very fortunate to have a great and caring staff that will work closely with you and your design team and eventual contractors to make sure things are done properly up front so that neither of us have to incur unnecessary expenses. Another thing to be aware of, as you may know, this country has a significant drug and fentanyl problem today. Fentanyl is pouring into our country, and our youth are subject to these drugs that are disguised as other things like pain medication, ADD or ADHD inhibitors, etc. Unfortunately, they're too easy to procure through the internet these days. I know because I'm a parent, parenting is a tough thing to do, but over 11,500 people died of overdoses last year alone in California, and fentanyl was the #1 cause of death last year among people ages 18 to 45. There are many programs out there available through the county, the state, and the federal government today that can help with substance abuse and also mental health administration. Please take advantage of those if you feel necessary. And talk to your kids about the fentanyl use and how it can inhibit or even kill in some cases. I want to extend my thanks to the principals of our Villa Park schools for the hospitality and education given to a group of us today that were privileged to be called Principal for the Day. My tour of duty was at Sarah Villa Middle School, and I was impressed and thankful for the entire staff, students, and of course their principal, Madeline Morrison, who spent a lot of quality time with me, orienting me on some of the amazing programs available to students who attend school there. I saw many science and art programs. The science, robotics, and esports were most intriguing to me. I want to thank you, Ms. Morrison, along with your colleagues, for a great and fun time for Principal of the Day. It was cute and fun to be swarmed by students while I was on campus for a photo of the mayor. We all felt like celebrities. We were also afforded the opportunity in the last week to host Serrano Elementary School students at City Hall, and this week we will have Villa Park Elementary School students come and get an idea of how we as city government run and the inner workings of the city government. It's great to see my neighborhood children experiencing the inner workings of the city government, and it was cute and fun. Thank you for your time for listening to this video. I will provide you an update again next month. Stay safe. God bless each and every one of you, and thank you.